Hey everybody, welcome back to the homestead. This is Kevin with Living Traditions Homestead. Today we are going to make one of my favorite snacks here on the homestead. We're going to make homemade corn nuts. Reason that I love these, three of my favorite things about any good snack: crunchy, salty, deep fried. Doesn't get any better than that. These are super easy to make. It's a really good way to use up if you have food storage, like we buy things in bulk, so we always have food on hand. And one of the things that we always buy is whole organic corn. We buy it in 50-pound bags, and we use it to grind for corn flour, cornmeal, that type of thing. So we always have a lot of it on hand. But you know, if it's starting to get to the end of its life, then maybe this is a good way to use some of it up. So all you have to do is plan ahead just a little bit, because you need to soak the dry corn in water for about 2 days in the refrigerator, and then you can deep fry it after that. So all we're going to do is fill this half-gallon mason jar. We're going to fill about halfway full with corn. If you're going to make them, you might as well make a lot, so why not? Alright, so we're going to fill it about that full with corn, and then we're just going to cover that with water. And it will soak it up, so put quite a bit of water in there. We're just going to put a cover on, and we're going to put this in the refrigerator. You don't want to leave it out on the counter where it's warm or anything like that, or it'll start to ferment. So unless you plan on making some whiskey, you really don't want that. So keep it in the fridge. And then in about 2 days, we'll come back. It'll have soaked up the water, but it won't be squishy like corn on the cob or something like that, but it'll be softer than it is now. Like you'll be able to break the kernels in half. That's when you know it's ready. Then we'll get out the Fry Daddy, and we will get these suckers fried up. So I'll be back with you in just a couple days, and we'll get these things going. Okay everybody, so it's been a couple days. I actually kind of lost track, and I think it's been about 3 or 4 days. But these have been in the fridge, soaking in the water, and so I don't think it'll be a big deal. Like I said, if they would have been out on the counter or something like that, we'd be making whiskey right now instead of corn nuts. But since they were in the fridge, they didn't start to ferment or anything. You can see I got a nice big bowl of the corn. Like I said, it's softer than it was, but it's not, you know, you can't like squeeze it and break it or anything like that. What I've done is when I drained the water out of the mason jar, I poured all the corn into a strainer, let the water run out, and then I take it and I put it on paper towels to dry it off as much as possible, because you really don't want a lot of water getting in your oil or it'll splatter all over the place. My experience is that this is going to splatter quite a bit anyway, and I just have this little bitty Fry Daddy deep fryer. It doesn't have a cover, it's not fancy, but we only deep fry things like 3 times a year. We deep fry fish, and we deep fry corn nuts, and really that's about it. So I'm actually going to watch for a bigger one this summer at garage sales, but I'm not spending much money on one. So I'm going to get these going. I'll show you as I put them in this first batch. Once I put them in, they take about 3 to 5 minutes to get finished. They'll make a lot of noise at first, and then they'll start, after about 3 to 5 minutes, they'll start to float to the top, and you'll be able to tell a difference where they're not really cooking anymore, and that's how you know that they're done. Once they're done, we'll take them out, put them on some paper towels to drain the excess oil off, salt them, and start on another batch. So I'm going to get these going right now. And I'll just take a big scoop of them. And that's probably good. And we'll let those cook, and I'll get back with you when it's time to take them out. Okay, so they're just about done. It took longer than I remembered. Maybe, I mean, this is the first time I'm using this little fryer, so maybe it's just not as powerful. I don't know, but ended up taking about 8 or 9 minutes to get them done. But you can see that they're a good golden brown color. So I'm going to scoop them all out onto the paper towel. And we're going to let those drain, and then we'll salt them and move on to the next batch. And I'll show you when we get done. Alright, so I got them all scooped out, put on the paper towels, and salted. And now what I'll do is I'll just leave them sit on here while I fry up the next round of them. And by the time the next ones are ready to come out, these will be cooled off. I'll just put them in a big bowl, and then once they're all done and cooled off, I'll put them in mason jars and we'll store them in the cabinet, and they'll store for quite a long time. I mean, I don't know. I guess I've never kept them around long enough to see if they'd go bad, but chances are I'll probably eat them by the end of the week. But I'm going to get going on the rest of them. I'll show you when we get all of them done so you can see how much it ended up making. Alright, so we got the corn nuts all finished up. It ended up making a nice big bowl of them. I'm going to make sure that they're good and cooled off, and then we'll put them in a big mason jar. And like I said, these will last, I'm sure, at least several months if you want them to, but we don't buy many snacks around here, so normally when we make something like this, it goes pretty quickly. So that's it. I hope you guys try this for yourself. It's a great snack. It's a good way to use up your stored corn if it's starting to get near the end of its life. So if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because we do put out 5 videos every week. And we try to teach you all kinds of skills about homesteading and all the things that we do around here. So thank you so much for stopping by today. And until next time, God bless. Hey, thank you guys so much for stopping by the homestead today. We do truly appreciate every one of you for wanting to be part of our lives. We're now going to be putting out 5 new videos every week, Monday through Friday. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to check out the videos over here on the side. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time back on the homestead. God bless.